Hello all, Seriously is here, back again for some more finishing Permadeath. And I have to start off by saying sorry. I did something silly. I forgot to start my timer, and I recorded an entire episode that was like 50 minutes long because I didn't set a timer. So I've done some things today. I'm going to try to recreate all of that in a condensed format where I just skip one big thing, and I did a derelict freighter. Maybe we'll do that anyway. We'll see how much time. I've got a timer set this time. It's all good, it's all good, it's all good. First things first, I started off in the anomaly, and I handed in a Nexus mission. I've just checked. These ones aren't very good to demonstrate what I'm after. I do think I need one of these because I am short at least one more recipe. But let's not grab that mission. The rewards I got from my missions this morning, they were regular Nexus missions. That's the important part. I was not doing Quicksilver missions. As you can see, I have 3 built up here, 3 fortune cookie shapes to indicate that I have 3 missions to do. When I logged on this morning, I also had 3, and I did 1, and it stayed at 3, meaning I had built up the hidden 4th mission you can get. You can build up to 4 of these while waiting 4 days if you log in every day and create a new save every day. If you don't log in for 4 days, you will not build up 4 missions. You will build up 1 mission from the last time you made an autosave. So log in every day, log out after you create a new save, and you'll build up a new mission. And then on the 4th or 5th day, you can do 4 in a row. I've never been able to get it to go up to 5. Even 2 hidden ones, I haven't been able to get that done, but 4 is possible. Now, the reason I am building these up instead of finishing them off is that there's a patch coming, and they're going to be worth, instead of 250 Quicksilver, you can see up here, 250, it's going to go up to 450 Quicksilver every time you do one of these missions. There's speculation that that means we won't be getting the weekend missions back. And if that's the case, I'm pretty much okay with that, at least in a reward sense. This is actually a better reward than the weekend mission. We get 1 of these per day, and if they're worth 200 more than they are now each, that's 1,400 extra Quicksilver per week, instead of 1,200 Quicksilver per 1 weekend mission. So we're actually netting more Quicksilver this way, so I'm okay with it for that. I do sort of hope we get weekend community event missions back and they reward something else though, maybe tainted metal or some other new item, just because the weekend community event missions were neat in and of themselves, the community mission aspect of it, not the reward, the community part. That was cool. So if we got those back, that'd be great, but reward wise, we're going to be doing great. But I am building up my Quicksilver missions so that when the patch does come, I don't know when it will be, but whenever it comes, I'd like to be at 4 missions built up so that I've got 4 saved up so that I'm not losing some potential Quicksilver. Now, the other thing I did, I accidentally purchased this one for 500 as I was checking prices and stuff and going back and forth. See, if you go like this, if you look right down about here, where my cursor is now, and I go down here, it says buy for 800 Quicksilver. If I go to this, it grays out, but you can see it for a split second, so we can see that it's going to be worth 500 Quicksilver. And I was trying to fiddle around getting to see all of them, and I accidentally clicked, and I bought one. Whoops. However, I intentionally bought the Stealth Starship Trail and the Stealth, I don't think it's called Stealth, it's called Antimatter Jetpack Trail. So what I'm going to do is equip those, and the reason I bought those is because, as I mentioned, we're going to be getting more Quicksilver per week shortly, and I'm saving up some, so I'll be replenishing it, so that's why I spent about 7,000 Quicksilver on those items, all told. Backpack. There we go, that's the one. Cool. Yeah, we'll accept that. Yes, but I forgot to do something. Let's save, and yes. Actually, I think this was number 2. I think I just overwrote number 1. Oh well. Yeah, I would like to leave and keep it. Okay. Yeah, that's okay. I like that. Purple goes pretty good with the gray and red. It's not that bad. I just was getting a little bit sick of the blue, and I know we bought the blue jetpack because we were using a white and blue outfit at the time, but it looked a bit weird with the red. So, wow, everything is crammed full over here, isn't it? Well, let's, I'd like to say let's even out the Herox and the Lenmium, but they already are even. Let's, can this, it can. It can, and it will. It will hold another item for us. Okay, so no, I don't want to create an item. I would like to install an item. Stealth Starship Trail. That costs just a little bit of ferret dust. There we go. Cool. Cool beans. Now, the reason why, I've already mentioned why I'm building up my Quicksilver missions. The reason why I'm still doing regular Nexus missions is, like I said in a previous video, I would like to unlock those items. That mud hut that I was showing that's going to cost 500, I want that. I would like that on all of my saves, and we need to get these unlocked. We need to progress. We've got the first one unlocked. I accidentally bought it on this save, but I'd like it on all my saves anyway. We got to get all the way to here, and doing regular Nexus missions is a huge way to help that. You do not need to do Quicksilver ones. Do as many Nexus missions as you can every day. While I'm here, let me quickly. No, I think I got 3 minutes to check, and they're still going to be bad rewards. Yeah, all right. But like I showed, I got a cryogenic chamber. That's worth almost 4 million units by itself, and I'm going to turn that into a stasis device. That's what all this stuff is for. I looted my base. I planted a few more things, and with the leftovers, I made another circuit board. Actually, a circuit board was one of the rewards I got from another regular Nexus mission. And I made 2 circuit boards. And the reason for that is that we're going to combine it with this item, which I crafted from 2 other items I got as Nexus rewards, which were, I'll show you in the crafting menu if I can find a free slot. Those 2 items there, a liquid explosives and a fusion accelerant. I don't know if you remember me getting the fusion accelerant in a previous video, but the liquid explosive I got a long time ago, and it was just sitting on my freighter. So I combined them into this, and we're going to create a fusion igniter and let's just take this. We're there. We're right outside. No, let's fly. We'll fly. Yeah, we're going to make a stasis device and a fusion igniter today, hopefully. I've got all the materials. I think I've mapped it out. Everything should be moved out of the storage containers into a cargo slot, and that's why there's so much space taken up. But on the way, let's quickly find where that ship is. There it is, right there, hidden by some rocks. The other thing I did on the video was, as you can see, we've got some frigates, but that doesn't seem to be very many. I've explained that the thing I did yesterday was spent the entire day warping to new stars looking for frigates of various specific color combinations. I was looking for black or dark gray and red to match the freighter, but I couldn't find anything. The closest I could find was white and red, or red and white, depending on how you look at it. So I just went with that. That's what I was basically getting in the system we were in anyway. The highlights were very light gray. And that unfortunately looks very yellow in most star systems when the sun hits it at a lot of angles, so it looks yellow and red, but when you get close up and you put the angle on it right, it looks fine. It's fine. We're going to deal with it. It's all red. Everything is red. And I did send out 2 frigate missions. So I've sent out my 2 first frigate missions. So let's just go to the frigate menu. The manage fleet menu, and I'll show you. Even the ones that are on missions will show up here. You can see how long they're going to take. And I went over briefly what I was doing with them. As you can see, I do have support frigates. On my previous saves, I would suggest I've wisely avoided using support frigates because the other ships level up much better in their specific trait, and you only need to send like 2 or 3 combat ships per combat mission, and that's a full 5-star mission. It works out great. In fact, nowadays with your freighter, what's it called again? Fleet something coordination? Fleet coordination statistic. This improves the statistics of missions you send out with frigates. So you don't even need 2. You can probably send out 1 S-class combat ship and get a 5-star mission, conceivably. You also need to combine it with technology upgrades that you can put here or in your main storage. However, I don't have any of those unlocked yet. You get those from running derelict freighters and not picking a storage bulkhead. So we want to avoid picking storage bulkheads and instead create a freighter technology, I think it's called. Fabricate something technology will be the option you pick at the end of the derelict. But we don't want to do that because I still need cargo slots. I still need tech slots in my freighter. I've only got 9, and I can get up to 21. I can get this whole extra row unlocked. So I definitely want to get that, plus obviously the rest of my storage slots to get up to 48, because I'm well under that. I need lots of derelicts, and I ran one, and I got 1 upgrade, so we're going to install that. I think I've put it away though. Yes, I did. Okay. Wrong way. There we go. So let's install that and get that 1 more slot right away while we're here. Add additional storage is the option we want. Yep, right there is fine. That'll do. Thank you. Now I got a little bit more space to work with for crafting. Not only are we not using that storage bulkhead slot, we have an extra slot on the freighter. It's great. Okay, we can do what we're going to do from here because I think I have medium refiners installed back here. I do indeed. Okay. So I don't need to land on the planet. Maybe we'll do that later, and I'll show you any of the base changes that I've done. But in the meantime, since we're already here, and since there are refiners here, we're going to put in... yeah, let's just start with you, because we do need this to go to radon. Radon is really the thing that I am hurting for. I definitely have to go and set up a radon base. Sulfurine as well. These 2 are worth their weight in... No, they're worth more than their weight. They're worth their solids in... I don't know. Quicksilver? Yeah. Anyway, some analogy that means they're worth a lot. These gases are precious, and getting them into their forms via refining is costly in oxygen and in time. I don't want to have to spend 3 minutes waiting for this to cycle through, but we have to because I can't farm up this stuff yet by myself. No, not Starship. I've got oxygen here. There we go. Yeah, 4 minutes to get a full 250. And that's unfortunate. So we're going to be tooling around a little bit. Let's go back to the frigates for a bit. And I'll briefly go over why I think support frigates might be okay ships now. They used to be really terrible. Their only benefit was that they were sort of a jack-of-all-trades ship, frigate, that had stats that were even instead of focused on one. Combats have combat, explorations have exploration, etc. They were spread out. And their other benefit was that they come with, if I can find one that hasn't been sent out and we can look at it. I think I sent all of my support ships out. I did. Can I still look at the ship? Well, it'll show me... No, it won't show me. I need to show you the module. Anyway, here's a mining vessel. As you can see, this one has an upgrade already. I love that upgrade. That's a great upgrade. This default module that every frigate starts with on a support vessel is 15% less fuel cost or something less fuel cost. It's a huge amount. It basically makes every support ship free or very low cost in fuel to send out on missions. And that was their main benefit. They didn't really help get your stats up. And now the reason why those stats matter so much is that when you send out, oops, no, we want to talk to this gentleman here. When you view potential expeditions, for example, here is a discovery mission that has a difficulty rating of 3 stars. If you want to get this up to 5 stars in your fleet, as we add ships, let's just add random 4 ships and we'll back out. You can see we're sending a 2-star fleet rating. If we wanted to get this to 5, what would have to happen is that our exploration, this is an exploration mission, this column here that's highlighted would need to be at least 100 total. Right now we're at 37 with our bonus. Okay, so we're not going to be able to send that mission without it failing. The ships are all the ships will be damaged probably, because we're not going to get more than 2 stars, and you need to be at least 1 star better to succeed. And in my experience, you need to be 2 stars better to come back with no damage at all. I've never had a fleet come back that was a 5-star mission. I've never had even a single ship sent back when I've sent out a 5-star fleet. So regardless of the difficulty of the mission, and to be fair, I've never seen a 4-star difficulty mission. So maybe it is just 2 stars better that you need to guarantee success. But I try to always send out a 5-star mission if possible. I have not been possible. It was not possible to send out a 5-star mission today. I guess I could have stayed in that menu. Because these are my first missions. This one here was a 1-star difficulty, and I sent out a 4-star fleet with 5 ships in it. I tried my best. Same here, balanced expedition, 1-star difficulty, it was a 4-star fleet, and I used my best ships basically. But one thing I would like to say is when you're sending out these missions, let's go to this one for example, even if it's going to fail, what you want to do is send out as many ships as possible. If some of them are going to come out damaged, that's a shame. Actually, let's just see what we can get by sending out all of my highest trades in one go. Is there anything on the second page? No, they're all sent out. Okay. Yeah, that does not come out to anywhere near 100. But you always want to fill up your ships, especially when you're a new player sending out new frigate fleets. They're all low level. You want them to all level up. You want as many of your frigates to level up as possible, and they're not going to level up if you leave them sitting at home. So you need to send out as many ships as you can with every fleet you send out, even if they're not adding anything extra to that journey. They will gain experience and level up by being sent out. And they will not gain experience and level up if you leave them at home. So unfortunately, I was only able to send out 2 missions today. And I don't know why I went downstairs. I need to go to the back. That's because when I leave the ship, or the freighter, I always go out there. I don't ever need to come back here. Hardly ever. Okay, we need that. We need to take this and put it here, this, and add some oxygen, because we need 500 radon. And we have some. How much do we have already? 194. So what we really need is another 656. So we can go into here, and this is the bottleneck for crafting everything, and it needs radon. It needs a lot of radon. See, I cannot craft another one. I need 56 radon to make more. So, fortunately, we don't need to wait the full 4 minutes, or 3:45, whatever it was. Just grab our 56 in a couple of seconds here, and craft this second, what was it? Condensed carbon? Is that what it's called? Anyway, that is the bottleneck for crafting for me right now, and radon is the culprit. So I think the next thing I'm going to have to do is set up a radon farming base, because I don't have any other way to get it. There we go. We've got 2 of those now. Okay, now can we do this finally? I need to craft 2 of these, and I've got the components for those on my freighter storage, so I can already make those. Now I need to turn those into the red pink versions. That's what I needed the carbon for. Okay, now I've got those 2 circuit boards. I can make quantum processors. Perfect. Okay. And in the lost episode, the 50-minute extravaganza that I probably won't air, I crafted an iridesite, and I already have geodesite. Whoops, wrong button. There, floating around. So I took one of those and I put them in this inventory so I can use them. I've got this over here. Alright, so that plus this, and this plus that is about 30 million units, which, as you can see, is more than what I have spent buying those frigates. And I'm not done. I only have 20 frigates. I need more frigates still. I think the rest of them are going to be support frigates. I'm going to test out this theory. I'm going to see how it pans out. I really think you can have a fleet of just support ships these days because of those extra stats that I was talking about. Alright, stasis device. Bam. Excellent. Where's that fusion igniter? I don't think I've made one of those yet. This is the first fusion igniter on the save. Exciting. And it is worth 15.6. They're both worth 15.6 million. There is another 30 million units to replenish our stocks. And we'll see what those two missions that I sent out come back with. If they come back with some, what was it called? Enriched carbon, not condensed. It uses condensed carbon. Enriched carbon. Maybe they'll come back with some. Maybe they'll come back with semiconductors. Maybe they'll come back with superconductor. Yeah. I don't know that I've seen superconductors come back. I definitely have seen semiconductors come back quite frequently. And I've seen enriched carbon. I've seen pretty much all of the various stuff come back. I'm going to get a lot of aronium. I'm going to get a lot of magna gold. You're definitely going to get iridesite once in a while. You're going to get geodesite. You're going to get all the stuff you need to craft these. So you really don't even need to craft a farm. The only thing that you're not going to get, in my experience, is this stuff. And you can get this stuff, radon and nitrogen and sulfurine, from supply depots that those sentinels guard. You know, those 5 storage silos that you see sitting around in the countryside with sentinels guarding it for no reason. You blow those things up, and quite often they will contain these gases. Let's put our stuff away as much as we can, because that's how you get clogged up inventories, by forgetting to put your stuff away. Nitrogen. And I think there's some left in the starship. There's a lot of nitrogen left in the starship. Whoops, wrong button again. I wish I could carry more at a time, or choose, like when I go like this, I could put it here, but it will not go to that storage container where I've chosen to put my nitrogen. It's just going to go into the first open slot. It would go right here. Bam. That's where it would appear if I pressed the X button and just did that. It's really annoying that I already have a slot for it, and it doesn't automatically find it and go to it like it does if I put this into my... If I had a slot for this in my storage capacity and I put it here, it would automatically go there. You know, it's a little bit annoying that it won't do that. But whatever. I'll do it manually because I can. Okay, cool. So I've got one of each. Yeah, you know what? Do I have room for it now? I do. Let's just put this on the default freighter because we are going to need oxygen. Okay. So, we've discussed our frigate fleet. We've done a couple of upgrades. We upgraded the storage. That's what we did. The storage on the freighter, and we made 2 devices. Let's go sell those devices at the space station, I think. Oh yeah, look at those trails. Those are really cool. Especially with this background color of space. Looks pretty cool against the green. There we go. Now I can pulse for some reason. I couldn't pulse earlier. Alright, is this the spot where they were worth 2.1% for stasis devices? Let's see how much the fusion igniters are worth, first of all. Maybe we won't sell them here. I do want to get my money's worth, and I'm not hurting for money yet. 11 million is plenty. It's plenty for all of the resources you normally need to buy. It's not plenty for buying frigates. It's not plenty for buying a hauler, which I would like to get. An A or an S-class max slot hauler is going to be at least 100 million, if not more. So I need to save up quite a bit of money, which I think getting the farm up and running is going to be a priority for. And where'd all the starships go? A bunch flew out when I came in. Anybody gonna land? No? Alright, well, let's go check the value of these things at the trade terminal while we wait for some NPCs to land. Click on sell and... Okay, yeah, this is the system 2.1 for the stasis device, negative 1.4 for the fusion igniter. We are not selling the fusion igniter here. But let's sell that stasis device to this banana split fighter. Okay, yep, sell. Stasis device, 15.9 million. Bam! Okay, great. So the other thing, let's take a quick flight down to the base. Or should I warp down? I had a thing recently where I flew down to the base and the base didn't all load in and I couldn't get the landing pad to show up and it was a pain in the butt. So yeah, I've been warping back to the base, but let's try. Let's see what happens. All the other times I've flew down to the base, it's been fine. I can see the landing pad already, so I'm not too worried about this one. That's great. Okay. Green stated. There we are. Yeah, everything looks like it's drawing in. Okay. So I'm going to show you a bit of a problem I'm having, and hopefully it gets fixed when I delete all of this temporary base and replace it with all of the final stuff. But, yeah. So what's going on is I've filled this dome just with regular star bulb, a whole dome, just a regular biodome. Nothing fancy going on here at all. But as I think I've shown in previous video, this is a semi-infinity dome with various plants in it. It's got the selenium and the cactus and the star bulb. Is that it? Yeah, that's it in this one. And this is the frostwort dome. So, I can't get this to work anymore. Oh, build menu would have worked. I don't need to be in anything fancy for this to show. If I go in here and I try to plant a flower, it won't let me. Obviously, it shouldn't. It's a full planted dome already. Star bulb. Yeah, nothing is highlighting. I can't even select the slots. It's red state everywhere, right? Okay, fair enough. But let's use the glitch and put a door in. Now I've seen people recently show that you don't even need to place the door in. You just need to green state a door or a hallway and back out. I've tried both ways. It's not working for me. Whoops, I want to be in the door menu. I want to delete the door, and just the door, not the dome. That'll delete everything. Okay, back out of the menu. Go back to specialist. Now you can see it is highlighting. See, I do have slots appearing now. All of those slots are unlocking to be placed in, but it's cannot build, invalid position. Normally, when you do this technique, it lets you green state infinitely. These ones aren't even unlocking. I don't know what's going on over here. Let's try this. Let's put the door in over here. Okay, delete the door, back out. Not all the way out of the menu. Okay, yeah, but also red state. That's very weird. I don't know if this has been fixed in a bug and they've gotten rid of infinity domes. In a bug patch, sorry. Which is a shame, because it was a really useful technique. But Yeah, that's why I planted a whole regular dome of starbulb, because I wasn't able to plant any more starbulb like that. So I think I'm going to need to plant a full, maybe 16 biodome base, which is fine. That's fine. That gives me a reason to actually build a circle here, which is something that I wanted to do. I wanted to build a circle platform at the top of this spire, so I'm going to do that, and then I'll decide. This will work for now. I'm getting enough starbulb on a daily basis. The only reason I couldn't make more than a couple of circuit boards today was because I planted the starbulb today. I used about four circuit boards worth of starbulb to plant today. So instead of making a lot of circuit boards, I made a lot of flowers for next time. And until next time, have a good time, everybody.